this map, completely different. You know, I mean, you take them away, you put them together, take them away. It's terrible thing. So, how does that influence us in the present day? In the present day, we can understand that grid. We can take that grid and we can manipulate it and sort of shift it to how we want. Now, as I mentioned before, this is Moorfields. So if I just get my red pen, this is Moorfields station here. So we know there's 2 tunnels going through underneath Moorfields and underneath over here somewhere. Now these 2 tunnels, if this was real life, it would play in the fact that sort of our foundations, where they're going, but I believe, you know, these tunnels are probably something like 10 meters underground minimum. So in retrospect to that comment, it probably wouldn't affect us that much, but say if you had to put like a 100-story skyscraper on there that needed those 10 meters for foundations, then it could potentially affect us. It all depends on what sort of project you build on the site. First thing I normally do is, if I just grab some tracing paper, is we analyse the waypoints. Because I mean, you know, let's look back to history and all that sort of stuff. So, we're going to analyse the sort of primary routes. Primary route would be here. Another primary route is here. And I also believe that route there gets used a fair bit too. So, primary routes, done. Next, we want to analyse that previous grid that we had, that previous close-knit mapping. Now, I'm just going to put it on now for like a quick little idea. But essentially, like you can see just from the site's footprint where that grid used to be. Used to come to here. We know that this area here used to be the Carlton Hall area. It used to be the sort of distilleries here. We used to have a sort of school sort of here, potentially. You know, the distilleries used to sort of be over here. And then we had the Carlton Hall here. So all of these play into effect, because if you imagine this community, the things they've lost, the programs that they've sort of had taken away from them, this is a massive loss in a way, you know, to the community. So we want to take a note of these functions and bring them back. That's the main issue of this project. Not main issue, sorry. So if you look at the site now, if you see this site, we know we've lost a school. We know we've lost a distillery, which, you know, potential work, potential jobs. We've lost a reform club. We've lost a hotel. The pub is still there, thank God. But so the main aim of this project was to bring back those sort of programs in a new way that meets the brief, that incorporates the sort of future work and really ties everything together, makes the site what it once was. So looking at this, we know we have 3 leading lines looking up from the main road, which are here, here, and here. And we could potentially have one here too. But I mean, that's along the main road, so that one isn't as important as these 3, I don't think, in terms of sort of a tertiary route, because everyone's going to be coming up this primary route anyway, so it's kind of like this would just be treated as a primary view here, from red to blue, whereas these 3 routes here could be used as like service entrances, sort of side entrances, you know, depending on what you want to do with the space. So from there, I think what I did next was actually mapped out from the historic sort of what was present on the buildings before. So say, you know, we've got Moorfields here, that's Moorfields there. Tempest building is there. That's been there for ages. I can't remember what that was, but that was something. That was like Central Exchange, I think, or something. So, oh yeah, and obviously just to say that in terms of north, that's north, and it's a scale of, I think it's 1 to 500, which will help us sort of with the next part. So, this here is that's basically our blueprint for the site in a way. So why site analysis is so important to do at the start. It's like what can you put on the site, what can you not, and obviously we know that that is north, so you've obviously got your sun path too, you know, like south to east to west, or west to south to east, whatever you want to say. So east, south and west. So that's an also massive consideration when you are looking at the site is will it get sunlight, you know? Will it actually be useful in sunlight, these spaces that you're creating? Because if you create a space and you get no daylight, get no sunlight, then you basically designed a useless space. So these 3 buildings here have survived basically the whole purging of the site. So we want to retain these buildings essentially. So we've got this one, got this one, oh sorry, that was the school, we've got this one here. So you've got this one, you've got this one, that is the Golden Tavern Pub. Turn that. Scribble that on. And we've also got this one. Now some people in my group just essentially demolished the whole block. Literally just took it all out and just thought, yeah, I'm going to put a building on there. Whereas I was the sort of opposite. I wanted to retain these buildings as a sort of testament to the site. We also have the newer addition to the site is the Moorfields ventilation there, which ties into this Moorfields here. Moorfields is a train station, by the way. If you've just joined and you didn't know what that was, then Moorfields is a train station. So from this, I chose to basically retain and sort of map out these facades, how I can treat them, how I can use them, how I can rejuvenate them. Because initially they've just been left. I mean, apart from the Golden Lion pub, it's great. That building, however, has been left, and so is this one. So I wanted to bring them back, wanted to give them new life, wanted to give them a new purpose, and that was a kind of understanding into the sort of concept stage. Another thing we actually added onto the site was the grade 2 listed buildings in the area. To sort of tie in with the whole, oh, I want to retain this, I want to retain that, we actually mapped out the whole of the, I think it's the Moorfields like sort of district of Liverpool, all the grade 2 listed buildings. In the end, it was only that when I say we, I mean me and my friend Carl, back in the day, mapped them out just because we're sort of helping each other out with bits of site analysis and stuff at the same time. So this here is grade 2 listed, which is the Golden Lion pub, which, you know, thank God it's grade 2 listed, but also it can be a bit of a nightmare if you're going on site and your building is grade 2 listed, because there's another set of rules that you need to sort of incorporate when you design your building or near the building. But obviously this is only concept work, so we don't actually need to consider it that much, but in real life and practice you do need to consider it a lot. So I'd say site analysis for now is probably done. I'll probably get feedback on Monday saying, oh my god, you missed this on the site analysis, and that'll probably happen. So if that does happen, I'll update it and, you know, get back to you guys and hopefully give you another breakdown video, because I'm actually really enjoying this sort of whole breakdown, and I've just realised this video is going to be insanely long, so I'll probably break it down. So just to let you know, I've actually cut the episodes down now. So I've just finished editing episode 2 of the Assemble City review. I know it was going to be one big episode, so I decided to basically break it down into about 5 episodes of history, site, concept development, and then sort of presentation and portfolio layouts. So episode 2 has just been finished, literally just finished wrapping it up now. I'm just sort of signing off for this video just to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thanks to the team at SDA, massive amount of motivation coming from them. Really do appreciate it, especially Simon letting me use your facilities, letting me use the office on the weekend. Really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully there's more great content to come. I can't wait. I really am enjoying sort of doing these sort of sketchy type videos, getting all my sort of thoughts out there, all my concept, all the context sort of ideas. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying sort of communicating with you guys, and hopefully a lot more content to come in 2021. So yeah, bye bye.